Alrighty, we're recording. So hey folks, this is Chris Carolyn from Metal Analysis Group. I'm with my buddy Todd Hockenberry from Top Line Results. And today we just want to do something real quick to help all the folks out there that are having to work remotely, or maybe they're working by themselves at the office and can't have visitors. So we want to go over kind of how to evaluate capital equipment remotely via video call in situations like this. So again, I'm with Metal Analysis Group. We provide metal testing devices like this one and training and services to the metals industry all throughout the supply chain from scrap to inspection. And then I'm joined by my friend Todd with Top Line. Can you share a little bit about what you do, Todd?
Sure, Chris. We are a consulting and advisory firm working with industrial and manufacturing companies, helping them grow their business. We do a lot of work with digital marketing, inbound marketing, content, as well as working with sales teams to update their sales processes and strategies and reach more buyers.
Awesome. I'll definitely appreciate you joining me today.
My pleasure.
I'll try to keep it quick for the viewers, but basically, just because you can't connect to anybody, I know it's hard to replace that handshake and that feel of the equipment, but that doesn't mean you can't still evaluate. Most of the manufacturers and metals people I know are still working, can't afford to shut down. So that means your equipment's probably still working, still need maintenance, still need to move forward with some of those capital purchases. So that's my goal today. So I'm just going to run through kind of an example demonstration that we would do for our analyzer. And so one of the units that we provide is a Rigaku handheld LIBS device. And it's used to test metal and identify metal using using a laser that comes out. And it burns the metal and then read the light coming back. So I'm just going to turn it on real quick. And it's got this flip up screen, which is a touch screen. Got tactile buttons here, which is great for gloves. A lot of the users we sell to have gloves on, so that helps. They don't always have to have access to the touch screen here. Comes with 2 8 to 10 hour batteries, lithium ion, so it's going to tell you how much juice it has there. It also tells you on the touch screen as well. And these are military standard 810G rated, drop proof, dust proof, shock proof, all that good stuff. So kind of built for the yard, built for the factory floor. Pretty hard to rough up. So see, it took about 30 seconds to start up there. We're just going to log in with 144. And then as we get started here, it gives us a little laser warning. So it uses a class 3B laser, which basically means just don't point it at your eyes while you're using it, especially within 1.5 meters, and you should be okay. Otherwise, I can shoot my hand and can't feel anything. So we're going to pull the trigger to accept there, and now it's ready to analyze. Going to take our test sample, put it in front of the unit here, and we're going to analyze. So aluminum 7075, and gives us the full chemistry with the ranges allowed for aluminum 7075. Test the other side. We got some steel on the other side, and we've got stainless steel 360 in there. So,
Chris, I have a question. I have a question for you.
Sure.
So when it takes the reading, does it create a report? Is it stored locally that you can download, or is there how does the data come out of the piece of equipment?
Yep. So it's stored on the equipment, and we can go to our results screen here. So view results and look at all our previous shots. pull them up like that one way. But the other way is we've got, so there's no software to download or anything like that. And it connects, you pull it up like a web page, right? And we can connect it with a USB down here. This is your PowerPort plugin. So we'll go ahead and connect that USB. It connects via Wi-Fi too.
Mhm.
So if we connect that, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in to the settings there. Let's see. And then we want to go to communication. And then our USB address comes up. So it's got the IP address of the unit itself, right? So with that, I'm going to share my screen real quick. And here we go. So we just reconnected. I had already typed the address in to the bar, so that brings us up to the device's web page. Gonna log in here. And that brings us up to our results. So I had been preparing for this a little bit, taking some shots beforehand. So you can see this is one sample I shot. We want to pull that up. So we can add logos, obviously user data, and then we can take pictures of the sample as well. So just an example here. So we can still use the analyzer while we're hooked up. And just go back to the menu and analyze. And in order to take a picture, there's a camera button right here. And we just put the sample in front like that. It's pretty hard to do while showing you, but I'll take a picture and then hit the check mark. And it's already loaded into our the data entry for our next shot. And then we can just click in here to type in any identification, ID numbers, lot numbers, batch numbers, stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and hit check. Let's go back here, back to analyze. So the next shot is automatically going to associate with that picture in the results. And there, get some more 70, 75. And if we click on our results here, so we've got that 7th result. We see the picture, and we just click there. So there's our picture with 70, 75, and then it shares the results there. So definitely a good question. It's one of the things I like about this analyzer is there's no software to download, no apps to download, anything like that. You can just pull it up on a web browser. So obviously, since it's web browser, you can pull it up on mobile devices as well. Download CSV files. And if you click this one, you can get a PDF report. And of course, within that, we can configure the way the reports look. So I added your logo. There's also one of the other differentiators for this analyzer is in here. It's very easy to customize the grade library. So adding alloy grades or adjusting them to your needs is pretty easy. We can configure the types of sample data that we want to record or can require it if we want to make sure our users are filling out what they need to fill out every time. And then the other cool thing is what we call reach back package. So whenever there's trouble with the analyzer, aside from like cleaning and sample prep, which are always kind of step one, If we can't figure out what's wrong over the phone, we're going to ask you to download this Reachback package, and that allows us to review the data. You just send it via email. We review the data, and then we can make adjustments from over here, or we can try and diagnose what might be wrong, and then from there, we'll decide whether you need to send it back, and if that's the case, we have free loaners for you to use. But sometimes we can just make adjustments remotely. So that's pretty cool. And then so yeah, I think that's good for this quick demo. Any other questions for me, Todd?
Well, maybe just a general question for your audience. If they're going to do these kind of demos, we use Zoom for this, which is easily available. I think they even have a free version. So the barriers to creating this kind of virtual demo, I think, are virtually none. And these tools are really accessible. So I suggest you use them to create virtual demos and virtual trade shows for your products. If we're sitting at home for a while, it's a great use of your time.
Right. And I think that's definitely the interesting thing of this situation right now, is just kind of shifting how you're normally used to doing things. Obviously, you can't touch it over there. You can't feel it. You can't shake hands. But I think we got about 90% of the way there. And oftentimes, using it in our own environment or shooting like the customer samples can be important. So if that's necessary, you can always send us the samples, or send us the equipment that needs to be maybe adjusted or calibrated or maintained. So there's always options. And other than that, definitely appreciate the time today, Todd.
My pleasure.
And I did want you to mention what you're doing for folks during this kind of period of uncertainty. Sales teams are sitting at home, maybe not knowing what to do.
Sure. Yeah, we've been advising our clients and sharing content around the idea of how you can be productive at home, what you should be doing from a sales perspective, which really centers around, number one, take care of your customers, right? Don't call less now and just rely on email. Call more. People really want to hear your voice, and they're home or they're available. So take advantage of that, and don't sell them. Just help them. Show them how you can help them ramp up production, ramp down production, keep their current customers, whatever you can do to help them. That's what people want right now. They want to deal with other people that treat them as human beings and not just a number name in the CRM. On the marketing side, we're recommending people get their kind of digital act together and their content act together. Like much like this, there's a great opportunity to create content. I'm working with one sales team that has about 75 salespeople, and we're doing surveys with the sales team to find out what the most common problems are and update question and answer so that we can really populate a blog with a lot more current information that's kind of hard to get from salespeople when they're really busy. So along the same lines, we're cleaning up CRM data, following up on bounced emails, cleaning up contact records, and just trying to get organized. And then I think the most important thing is, we need to invest in ourselves in this time. If we have some downtime, invest in yourself, get better, learn some new skills, hone your craft, and come back ready to go whenever this thing passes, which will be soon.
Yeah, love it, Todd. Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
And yeah, so like Todd said, we're here to help. We understand this is an uncertain time for everybody. So maybe you're having to cut staff or just got to do things in a different way. We're happy to help. So even if it's not for products and services, just don't be afraid to reach out. We can help you work through these new problems and new challenges you might be facing. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.